So yeah, I really enjoyed the film.
Oh, thanks.
The first thing I wanted to ask is, did you have like a concrete vision going into the film that you wanted to create, or was it kind of in the production that you worked out what the film was going to be?
Well, it's always both. You know, you have a script and a really strong kind of vision or, you know, tone for what you're going for. I think that's probably in the DNA of the piece. But exactly what it becomes is kind of based on the cast you have, their energy. I'm like the head coach trying to make that team, you know, maximize itself. So largely it's going to be what it's meant to be based on who they are. So fortunately, I just had a really wonderful cast, and they took it to a place that I wanted it to go, and they were able to get to. So.
I'd like to introduce you to the new guys on the team. Guidelines for living here. 1, no alcohol in this house. 2, no girls in those bedrooms.
You guys sure Coach isn't gonna know if we've been drinking?
Are you sure Coach isn't gonna know if we've been drinking? We're drinking, man. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, we are.
Okay? Yeah.
Cheers for the beers. Full throttle to the bottle.
Keep saying things like that.
So the links to Dazed and Confused have been made, but it's not just in terms of time. It's kind of like the visual links and similarities between the two films.
I think so. Yeah, it was kind of in the origins of it. I always thought of it as I did my high school film a long time ago, Dazed and Confused. This was my college film. Just there's a big gap in time in between there. This feels like a film I might have done a long time ago, you know, so it was fun to kind of go back and see if I could still do a big, you know, youthful ensemble music kind of movie. And I found out I could. It was a lot of fun, and whatever experience I've built up over the years and confidence, I think made me even have more fun with it, maybe be a little better at it, actually. So, yeah, but the link is there nonetheless. You know, it's kind of grounded in a school. Even though there's not much school in either movie, that was high school, this is college. You know, it's kind of like that's the center of their universe in a way.
Does it almost feel like you're following up a kind of train of thought with the film?
Yeah, and it's personal too. It's that's where I was at that moment in history, more or less. At this time, I was in college. I was with those guys, going to those clubs, and you know, meeting a girl in the, you know, theater department, and going to different parties, and you know, so it was personal. You know.
Yeah, that was going to be the next question. Is the particular time and place? Is that where the kind of autobiographical side comes in?
Yeah, I've been lucky to get to make films like that you can actually explore a exact moment in your own past. You know, I like doing that in movies in general, but sometimes it's not a past I've lived through. You know, it's a historical moment, but to do something from your own past is pretty special.
Yeah. And was the music a particular feature of that?
Yeah, the music's very important atmospherically to tell the story, because music's such a big element of your life. You know, especially at that age, it kind of articulates stuff you can't. You know, but it captures the energy of the different environments, you know, they find themselves in. So music was very easy for me. Those were all songs that I have a very personal relationship with. I didn't have to do any research, you know, it was all, it was all there in my memory.
This is college, Jake.
You bring who you are, never who they want. And that, my friend, is when it gets fun.
Within the film, there's lots of themes of individuality, or like finding the person that you are. Was that something that you particularly wanted to explore?
Yeah, I think that's one of the themes of the movie, is kind of within this collective, you know, group mentality, very competitive, very masculine world, there's also the idea hovering of individuality, and like, I remember thinking that, who am I? Who do I want to be? How do I differentiate myself from everybody around me? You know, what, you know, how am I different or the same? And, you know, these are questions I think that age, you know, you've been given this adult responsibility, so it is kind of time to start deciding, you know, who your choices start to become your own, and you're kind of on the hook for them. You're determining the person you're going to be in adult life. So,
yeah, and the character seems to find the people that he is most similar to as he.
Yeah, you find you find where you're supposed to be, if you're being honest with yourself. He finds a young woman who's probably closer to, or something for him, that he finds more depth.
Okay, well, that's great. Thanks for talking to me.
So, yeah.
There's one thing, is there any films that you've seen recently, new or old, that you've got particularly excited about?
I haven't seen a lot of films lately, no. Tough question to answer. Not exactly.
Okay.
I just watched The Red Shoes with my daughters the other day, so always inspiring.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cheers up.
College is the greatest.
Everybody wants some. Everybody wants some.
Borrowing this.
Hey, wait, hey, you returned that with one scratch on it? What? What?
What? What?
What?
That guy's weird.